Well, hello, sunshine. This is your energy forecast video for June. I am getting a little bit of a late start on the energy forecast this month, so I apologize. I know we're mid-month right now, um, but it couldn't be prevented. I just have had so many things going on. I don't know about you, but things have just been really, really busy and intense. So I'm going to try to cover some quick things here in the beginning and then get into your reading, okay? Because I want to tell you all the energy that's coming in. It's very good energy that should really help you to feel better and to kind of relax a little bit because we just have things that are kind of intense and have been for the majority of the beginning of this year. And now we're halfway through and things are going to start to ease up a little bit. You will start to feel that soon, I promise. So before I get into the reading, I do want to cover a few things that very quickly. Okay, so I'm so excited to share this. I may have said this before, but I don't know if I said it on the energy forecast last time. I am going to be doing an in-person psychic fair at Canterbury Village. It's the Hippie Fest in July 12th and 13th. I will be there doing readings. I'm so excited. Okay, so I have not done the readings at Canterbury Village before, but I have, done psychic fairs before. So this one's a little bit different for me because they're setting everything up. So you'll have to get tickets through them. I will be there on Saturday and Sunday, July 12th and 13th, doing readings. And I hope that you come out to join me. I'm so excited. So I hope I will see you there. The other thing that is going on too, I did want to mention therapeutic pathways, where I have done readings before in the past in Harrison Township. She just opened up her studio to, it has been for a little while, but to do yoga. So if you are near Harrison Township, and you want to, drop in, she said she has a $5 drop-in charge for the summer, and she has different, times available for her yoga classes. So you can check out her website. Again, it's Therapeutic Pathways in Harrison Township. So excited for that. And then also, thank you to everybody who signed up for the 21-day abundance challenge. I had an amazing turnout for that. It was so wonderful. And that is free. So if you have not signed up for the 21-day abundance challenge to raise your vibration, you can go on my website at www.lauraashley-abraham.com and you can sign up there. You'll be taken to a private portal, and you can go through the 21 days. Now, for those of you who have done the challenge, I do want to do a live event to follow up from the course. And I just don't have a date set yet, but I'm hoping to do that in the next few weeks. So thank you to everybody who signed up, and I hope that you enjoyed the challenge. When I do this live event, I want to talk about the challenge and get any of your feedback, and then also do some live readings as well. So that will be really fun, and I'll have more details about that coming out soon. Just things have been too much for me to plan to do that right now. I don't want to make a date and then have to cancel. So going into our reading now, here we go. In June, in the beginning of the year, what I did was I pulled a card for every month. So for those of you who saw that, if you didn't, you can go back to January and you can watch that. Every month, there's a theme for the month where I pulled a card. And this month's theme is courage. So you may need to really tune into your inner courage right now to kind of get through this month or to the end of the month, or maybe you feel like you have needed your courage to get through to here. Like I said, things are really going to start to ease up a little bit, but it's still a little bit ebb and flowing energy. Something I did not know, I found this fascinating, that apparently this year, every planet is changing signs. And this is something that has never happened in our lifetime. I did not know that. So that might be why, maybe if you are feeling a little bit off, or if you're feeling unsettled or unsure, like, I don't know what my next steps are, or my next moves are, or where things are going, that would be why, because all the planets are changing and there's so much change happening all at once that you may be feeling that like a little bit kind of scattered energy. And that is really a lot too for last year. So for I'm not an astrologer, and but I do like to talk about a little bit of these planetary alignments because they affect us so much. So apparently Jupiter was in June, last year, and it just entered into the sign of Cancer, which is my birthday month. I love it. So, and apparently it's bringing in a lot of abundance and good luck. Now, not just for me and my sign, but for all of us, right? And apparently Jupiter doesn't like being in the sign of Gemini, which is the June. And apparently it like conflicts with the energy of Gemini. So it has created a lot of like scattered energy, is my understanding. Moving into Cancer, Jupiter and Cancer really work well together. So the energy of that is going to help us to focus on our home because Cancer sign is all about home and family and a lot of love. So you're going to start to feel more connection. You're going to start to feel closer to the ones you love. You're going to start to maybe focus more on your house. So it could be purchasing a house, updating your house, redecorating your home. There's also the potential for pregnancies, weddings, engagements. Apparently, that has a significant impact with Jupiter in Cancer. Now, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the planet of luck. And so right now, it's really important for you to be aware of where you're focusing your thoughts, the things that you are putting your attention on, and really focus on the things that you want. Get clear on the things that you want, things that you love. Where is your love? What brings joy and happiness into your life? And focus on that. Put more time and energy into those aspects. One other thing I did want to mention is June 24th, apparently, is the luckiest day of the year because Jupiter connects with the sun that day. Like, so that's really cool. So do something exciting that day. I think it's a Tuesday. Um, I don't know how exciting what I'm going to be doing that day, probably, which I am very excited. I will be doing readings, but maybe do something fun or nice for yourself that day. And really pay attention to your thoughts. So we also have a full moon that just happened on the 11th. Full moons are about manifesting. Full moons are about revealing truths, bringing things into the light, but it can also be about things still being hidden, things that you can't necessarily see. And there's a lot of shadow work sometimes with the moon. And there's a lot of like things that are under the surface, right? Things that we may have to go deep and do a lot of deep reflection during the moon. Um, that with the moon energy too, like I said, it amplifies and it helps us to manifest the things we want. So I know for me personally, I'm going to be making a vision board probably in the next few weeks. Probably, I don't know if I'll have time this weekend, but I just keep feeling this feeling of making a vision board. So I want to share that with you because they were just flashing this in, is that might help you to get some clarity. Go through some magazines, go online, look at things that really are exciting for you, things that feel um, like you want to create or that you would like to manifest, things that places you want to go, things you would like to experience, anything that brings joy and excitement into your life that you feel you um, could put on this vision board or something that you would like to experience. Take time to maybe do that. That now would actually be a really good time. And I'm actually hearing that from my guides for you to work on that. If you do have a vision board, share that with me. I know we talked a little bit about that in the 21-day abundance challenge. I didn't really necessarily have a lesson or a day designed for a vision board because I feel like, so many people talk about that. I wanted to talk about other things. I felt it was more important to focus on other topics, but a vision board can be great for manifesting. So try that and see if it will work for you. I love doing vision boards. Okay, so I'm going to start pulling some cards for you. Today I'm going to do a 5 card spread, and I'm going to start with the Light Seers Tarot deck. And we're going to see what comes forward, and I'm going to share with you what each card represents. So again, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. And I'm just going to ask our guides and our angels to be very clear and specific about what we need to know for the next couple of weeks, for the rest of the month in June. What do we need to know? What is for everybody's highest and greatest good? We're going to ask our angels and our guides to be very clear and specific and help us to know and show us what we need to know. All right. So the first card is going to be our current situation. What is your current situation? And I'm going to tell you actually as we go. So the first card, your current situation, is the Knight of Swords. And we'll get more clarity as we go. The next card is going to be your expectations. And this is the King of Wands. Your expectations, the King of Wands. The hidden influences is going to be the Two of Wands. Your advice is the Three of Pentacles. And your outcome is the Five of Wands. Okay. And I'm going to pull an overall card too. I always like to do that. And the overall card is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is it's kind of like an extreme card of overspending or underspending. So we'll get into that in a minute. And let's just see what we've got here. So the Knight of Swords is the first card again in the current situation. And I'm just going to take a minute just to look at the cards too, because every time I'm doing a reading, yes, the cards can have meaning, but I also use my own interpretation, and I want you to use your own interpretation as well as I'm doing my reading. If something jumps out at you or stands out to you, use that as a message, right? If something doesn't resonate with you, let it go. Let it be for somebody else, and only take the things that do resonate and that you feel connected to. So the Knight of Swords is about it is about movement. It's usually a card connected with thoughts and thinking. And but it's interesting on this card where he is running. There's a motorcycle over here. Swords represent thinking. They represent thoughts, communication. So there's some aspect that you are working on with communication. And to me, this with the running, usually I would expect to see the running on like a fire sign or on a fire card because that's action oriented. But to me, this is representing you needing to like kind of take the lead in a situation to communicate something. You may have been doing that again because um, this is kind of like something that is about the reading. It's like this is the essence almost of the reading, and then moving forward, the different aspects of what this represents. So, again, this being your current situation, something connected with communication, something needing to be spoken or communicated, and needing to take action on it. And you may have been waiting, or you may have been holding on to this for a while, or even feeling like you were trying to communicate and maybe it wasn't being heard, or you didn't feel like it was being heard, or you didn't know necessarily how to communicate it. So maybe you were kind of holding it, and now you are taking action on this communication. And it's, to me, it feels like there's some effort involved with that. And it's okay, thank you. What I'm hearing from your guides too is it's an important aspect right now that you did communicate this, whether it was received or not. I feel like it was important that you did say whatever you needed to say or stood up for yourself in some way potentially, and communicated almost like a fact. It's like these are the facts, these are the things that are have happened, or these are the things that I'm seeing happening, and kind of having to just put that out there basically. And you may feel almost like it's not being heard or not being um, reciprocated in some way, or this feeling too of being misunderstood. And so there may be some energy of that, right? That again, you're trying to like navigate how do I communicate what it is that I'm trying to say here. And I'm being shown the next two cards, right, are Wands cards, which are action cards. And so we have the Knight of, or the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is about taking action, and this is your expectations of the situation. And hoping that it is going to be heard or it is going to be received. You standing up in some way, needing to take action, to do something, to, um, again, this communication piece. It could also be about taking like or making a move forward. So you're kind of in this space where I'm trying to figure out what my next move is, but feeling a little bit unsettled because the King of Wands is like, I want to go. I want to get this done. I want to take care of this. I want to fix this. I want to resolve this. I don't want to have this energy where it's kind of, unsure. And you still may be feeling like you're not exactly sure what your next steps are or where you're needing to go because the next card is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is I am kind of waiting. I'm actively waiting. I want to do something, but again, I don't know what my next steps are. So I don't know what my next moves are. And there will be some momentum here, but you're kind of a little bit in a holding pattern, it almost feels like. And because okay, thank you. They just said because there's other people involved, right? It's not just about you. That's why. So the Two of Wands is in the hidden influence. And the in being in this position, it's like you don't see everything. You're not able to see everything. And you want to be able to see it. You want to get clarity. It's like, I want to go, go, go. I want to take action. I want to move. I want to like, this is like a mover and a shaker kind of card. The King of Wands is like, let's get things done, people. And so that's why you're feeling this like, but I don't know what to do, or I don't know where to go, or I don't know how to make this happen. I'm working on it. And because there's other people or other factors involved, you're kind of having to hold yourself back a little bit. See, notice even how he was running, and that makes sense to me of he's running toward a motorcycle over here, which means he wants to take off and go. And this the air, right? It's you're thinking it, right? You're thinking, I want to take off. I want to go. I want to like move. I want to have some action here. And again, you're kind of being halted. So things may be moving in some area for you, or you may start to now be seeing some some way forward. But again, this kind of still like in a holding pattern is I don't have all of the information yet, and I'm waiting for the information to come forward. And there's a map down here and a globe, right? And she's like looking out the window. She's like, okay, there's adventures, there's things that I want to go do, but I can't go yet. I don't have all the plans in place. So you're still working on making some plans and also waiting for divine timing. Thank you. Your guides just said divine timing. So we don't want to go ahead and just start doing things if we don't have a plan. We need to have some clear, decisive way forward or action. And again, it could be connected with you like purchasing a house or, wanting to have a clear vision of your next steps, but you don't have all of the information yet because you're needing to wait for divine timing because it isn't all about you. There's other people that are involved in this that it needs to align first in order for these next steps to take place for you to kind of know what path you're going on where there's going to be a door that's going to open for you. So I will tell you that again, this energy towards this end of the month is very, very good energy. And moving into June, July, and the next several months, there will be more momentum. And so you won't feel this so stagnant and stuck, such a stagnant and stuck feeling or energy. But it's like there's this, to me, I just recently too, and I'm in my mind's eye, I saw the wheel and I finally saw it turn again. I love when I see the wheel turn in my mind's eye. For a long time, I didn't know what I was seeing. I just kept seeing this like weird, like wheel, like I don't even know how to describe it. It's not like a regular wheel. It's like got all these things on it and lines on it and stuff. And so that's why I didn't know what it was. And I would see this thing like turning. And finally, I realized it's the wheel. It's the wheel turning. So when we've completed a lesson, when we've received like a key, it kind of unlocks that. When we do something in our lives and we learn a lesson, it moves that. And that's where we're at right now. There's another lesson. It's kind of like a completion. So we're all in different timelines of how this is all going to be completed for our lesson to be learned right now, for us to move into this new energy, this new phase. And your timeline is connected with other people's. So you may be feeling this, I want to do something, I want to go, I want to get this done, but there's other people that are involved. And so you have to kind of have patience. And I know you've been having patience. Believe me, I've been having patience. We all have. So it's kind of like at the last end of the race. I've been saying this to other people too. We're at the end of the race, and it's like that's when you're the most tired. That's when it's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to that finish line. And you need to get all of your strength in to be able to make it through. That's what you need right now. So don't worry, you're going to get there. It's just you're kind of at the last leg of the race. And interesting too, right? The last leg of the race, like he's running. I love the symbolism there. So the next card is the advice, your advice, which is connected with the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is connected to, again, collaboration around financial security, could be with your job, with your home, with other people. There are other people that are involved that are connected with your financial security at this point. And so this is part of why you're needing to wait, because there's something that is getting worked through karmically, I'm hearing, and that's part of why it's kind of taking a little bit longer, because there's other things that need to be put in place. There's divine timing here, and you can't force it, and you can't rush it, and you can't make it happen. So all you can do is do your part until the other people or the other situations align. And is that a little annoying? Yes, probably. Because you're like, why can't I just move it along, right? Because you can't. And so this card is saying three people, it's collaboration. There's other people involved. It's not just two, it's not just you, it's other people. It's a community. Again, this could represent family, this could represent some connection with the job, or getting into alignment with a financial um, okay, thank you. Your guides are kind of bringing in, like, there may be some collaboration with financial, with like other people connected to a business or connected somehow to you and your family. Um, okay, thank you. They're also saying within the next 6 weeks, things are going to move. Okay, things will start to really shift, but about 6 weeks out. So potentially like mid-July, end of July is when you're going to start to really see, I feel, some significant movement and some change. And again, in the meantime, just do your part, do the things that you can do. Down here, she's sitting here and she is knitting. She's knitting something, and they're putting these pieces together. And they're in collaboration. They're working together as a team. You're needing to do some teamwork right now. Work together as a team. What can you produce, or what are you putting out there that is connected to other people, or what could benefit other people? And how can you add to that? How can you add your good energy, your good vibrations, your good thoughts into that space? And then the next card, which is the outcome, is the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is arguments. Okay. So yes, that's kind of annoying too. Like, right? We don't want the outcome to be arguments. But again, something that you're needing to stand up for, something you're needing to communicate or say. And this may be part of where the kind of challenge is coming in, because you're having to address an issue. You're having to address something that is annoying, or a situation that's annoying, or a person that's annoying, and you're having to work through it, which what I'm hearing to tell you is this is part of a learning experience. Okay. And this is partially where the wheel's going to turn. So once you get through this and once you, um, it's not overcoming, it's understanding. It's understanding all of the facets of the situation and why what it's meant for you. So you don't want to be saying, well, it's all these other people or it's all these other things that are going on. You have to be like, what can I do about it, related to me? How can I navigate this situation and not get caught up in drama and not get caught up in other people's conflicts and fighting? Do I need to say something or do I need to step back and not be a part of it and just let it go and let it unfold? And that's only a question that you can answer, right? And sometimes we have to be an observer of what's going on and let other people figure it out and just be like, okay, you know what? Like for instance, like in a family situation and just seeing, okay, there's only so much that I can do and I'm going to have to like let everybody else play their role, play their part. And I'm also hearing too, this may be something that started back, I don't know why in May, because they're amplifying the number five for me. So the number five could be significant to you. But that also represents, maybe five people or something in a family, or this could be the month of May. The number five somehow could be important to you. And it's you're having to really let go. And okay, thank you. They're saying not control, trying not to control the outcome. So up to this point, you may have been trying to control it, right? With the fire sign, that's exactly. It's like, I want to do this. I want to like move. I want to get this done. But there's other people involved and you have to kind of almost take a step back. It's like you've done all of the things that you can do up to this point potentially about the situation, and you may just have to let it go and observe it for right now so that you don't get caught up in the drama or chaos. And I'm also hearing successful. So I'm hearing successful. You will be successful in this situation. Um, Sometimes we want to know how it's going to all work out and we want to have all the answers, but what I'm hearing is because there's other pieces at play here, so you're really having to let go a little bit and know that you've done your part, you've done your work, and continue to do that. Continue to find your peace, continue to find your joy and your happiness. I know I'm having like a family get together today, and we're going to have a movie night. So do something fun, do something that is I've got reading parties this weekend, and do the things that you can do that are going to bring in more joy. Like, I planted my garden. I love that so much. It brings me so much joy. um, Creating new meals or new dishes. I love doing that too. Healthy meals, healthy dishes, doing something that brings, a sense of peace, a sense of balance in your life. Maybe you want to, like I said, do something with your home or with your family. Maybe you want to go out. Maybe you're planning a vacation or planning a trip. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to cost money, okay? It can just be, let's, hang out, let's blow bubbles. Seriously, I just saw a bunch of bubbles blowing. That is so much fun. I love doing that with my niece. Maybe you just want to do it, you don't have to have any kids around. Just go in the backyard or wherever and start blowing some bubbles. It's fun. Be a kid. Bring in more light energy. Bring in more fun energy, more joy. Try not to get too caught up in how this is all going to resolve itself, because I literally heard, that there's going to victory, like there will be a positive outcome to this situation. You're just not in control of all the moving parts. So you can only do your part. When everybody else does their part, then the wheel's going to turn and things will start to shift. And okay, thank you. Because I'm hearing, okay, it's been like this or something. It's been like this for a while. So um That's why you may be feeling that frustration, of wanting to like fix it or resolve it. But again, let go. You're going to have to like let go a little bit. Now, the overall card that I pulled an extra card, which is the Four of Pentacles. And if you notice, she's clutching onto her purse. And to me, the Four of Pentacles represents extremes. So it can be extremes in spending money, or it can be extremes in holding money and not spending. And you may be working on manifesting or trying to bring in more financial abundance, or you may have like just made a big purchase. So you may be feeling a little bit restricted right now. Again, this is just a temporary space. This too shall pass, and things will start to shift in the next few weeks. So just kind of hang in there, do things that you can do right now. What I'm being told, this is interesting, is they just showed me like an ice cream truck. This is so interesting. Of you don't have to spend a lot of money to have fun. Like go take the kids to go get an ice cream or something, or make your own ice cream at home, involve the kids in a process like that. Um, do something that doesn't cost a lot of money, basically, is what they're saying. So don't use money as an excuse to not have fun. Oh, I can't go do what I want because I don't have the money. Cancel, clear, delete. Do not be saying that, okay? Your work is to say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to do something fun for myself. Go walk through a park that doesn't cost money. Um, Make an effort to find little ways that you can bring joy into your life. Reach out to a friend that you haven't talked to for a while, and get together with them. Um, Reach out, to somebody. This was something I was just saying. When we're struggling, right, or we're having a hard time, the one of the best things that you can do actually is to reach out to somebody else and try to help them, because it gives you a sense of purpose, and it gives you a way to give back, and it also gives you the ability to get out of your own head and out of your own problems. So that might be a way too that you can kind of shift the energy if you are feeling a little stuck or, stagnant. But overall, I'm really getting a very, very good energy coming in. And again, just being open and being receptive. I will tell you that this is truly a beautiful time of heart expansion, because they just said heart expansion and opening up your heart to love in multiple ways. So it's like you may be releasing or letting go of some kind of an old behavior, an old pattern, an old way of being, and you are now bringing in this new energy, which could represent a new relationship. It could represent, again, like a new position, job position. It could represent some kind of a new love, something that, maybe you're going to go to cooking class or dance classes, or, you're going to do something in like a workshop, you're going to make something, out of wood, or you're going to, something with metal, or, I'm just seeing a lot of creative energy, and tune into that creative energy, right? If you don't know what brings you that type of feeling or excitement, maybe listen to a podcast, read a book, listen to something that is expanding, that helps to expand your energy. You want to be very, very careful and cautious right now about the things that you're thinking, because what you're thinking about, you will manifest. I shared this the other day. I was in the garden and I was literally thinking about this. I had a lavender rose bush, and the lavender rose bush died, and it was my favorite. It smelled the best out of all the roses that I have. And I was thinking, I wish that I had like the name of the rose bush so I could go get another one. It was a fleeting thought. And within about, 5, 10 minutes later, I looked down at a different rose bush, and the tag for the lavender rose bush was at the bottom of this other rose bush. And I planted those like 15 years ago when I, moved into the house. So are you serious right now? I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, I found the name. So I'm gonna go to the nursery at some point and go get the lavender rose bush because it smells so good. So, anyways, that's my point. That's just one example of all of these things that I am seeing where it's like I'm thinking something and it's like manifesting out of nowhere. So I want you to just pay attention to see those like little signs right now, and it's a good thing. Use that energy to really create and to have fun and think about what do you want? Really, really think, what do I want right now? And don't get too far ahead. Just be like, okay, you know what? I could use a little bit of extra money right now, or I could really use some fun, or I could, really connect with a friend of mine. I want somebody, somewhere to go, something to do that would be fun and exciting, and just watch what happens. Like in a few hours, somebody's going to reach out and call you and say, hey, let's go here, let's go do this. Or you may have an idea that pops in your head and you're like, yeah, I want to go here. I was just at where were we? We were at Cranbrook, and we went to go see it was an outdoor amphitheater of Greece. And I'd never been there. It was so beautiful. And they have like, gardens and stuff like that that you could go walk through. Maybe there's something like that you could go do that somewhere that you have never been before. What I'm hearing to tell you is that there is a plethora of abundance. A plethora, that's not my word, so I know that's my angels and my guides and your angels and guides coming through. There is a plethora of exciting things in this world that you can do. So take advantage of it. Okay? If you feel like you need some inspiration, go do that. Put it out to the universe. I'm ready for something fun. Okay? Go have fun. Open up your heart to expand for more love, more joy, and more happiness in your family and in your life right now. And don't push. Try really hard not to be pushing any energy. Let things unfold how they need to unfold right now. Okay? I love that message. I hope that was helpful for you. I am going to pull one more card. And I'm feeling that I'm going to pull a card from the Angels of Abundance deck. And thank you to everybody who listens to these energy forecast videos and who engages. I love to hear your comments. Please like, share, and let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram for my daily cards of the day. Okay, so Angels of Abundance, what do we need to know right now? This one just flipped over. This says to detox your friendships. So there's something about needing to detox and really see clearly how the people that you are around are affecting you. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time with. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Very interesting. I'll pull one more. Oh, interesting. This one too. Okay. Heads up or warning, whatever that is. No more complaining. That's really funny. No more complaining. Okay. That's your angels and your guides saying, warning, 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 right? Stop saying things that you don't want, start saying things that you do want. Maybe using some mantras right now would be really helpful. Go back to the 21-day abundance challenge and start listening to some of those videos. It can help to shift your energy. Just do one of them. Just pick one. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to go in a sequence on those. You can just pick a day and do whatever the challenge is for that day. It says complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spirituality. Take back your God given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. I love that card. That's so cool. No more complaining. Okay. It's okay for you to talk things through truly, but also we have to let go of that at some point. If we keep going over and over and over something, the energy expands, right? So it's like, okay, what do I have to be grateful for right now? What can I put my energy and my focus on that is good in my life? Where can I, give? What do I have to give? And maybe you don't have anything to give right now. Maybe you need to give that energy to yourself. So do good things for you right now. And walk away from drama and from chaos. Don't get involved in it. With this Five of Wands, that's like drama, chaos, people fighting. It's like, peace out. I don't want any of that. You know, I don't want it. That I'm like, nope, out. Cut the cords, fill the space with white light and unconditional love. I'm like, nope, that I'm not getting involved in any of that. I just want peace in my life, happiness. And again, I mean, we're dealing with other people too. So that's not always, it's not always going to work that way. There's going to be conflict, there's going to be arguments, that's life. It doesn't mean you're going to be able to get away from that, and it doesn't mean it's even a bad thing. Sometimes conflict is important and necessary, and it has to be addressed, right? It's like things have to be said, and then you can come to a resolution on the other side of it. So embrace the conflict, right? But also know your part and don't get wrapped up or caught in it in a negative way. So that's what that card is saying. And I'm feeling like I'm going to pull one more card, actually. I know we've gone a little bit longer, but I'm going to do it. Okay. So let me see, which deck do I want to pull a card from? I feel like Angels and Auras. We're going to do it from Angels and Auras. Okay. Yes. Let's do that. I know I just saw that. Okay. I love that card. All right. So what's for everybody's highest and greatest good? Oopsie. No, we're not going to take 20 cards. Let's see. Okay, well, I will actually, because these just flew out. So the first card is have confidence in yourself. She's balancing, she's on a tightrope and she's balancing, trying to balance all of these different things. You may be feeling like that too. So try to make sure that you find balance in your life and that, you're making good choices for yourself right now so that you can stay in balance. If something is out of balance, try to figure out how you can bring it back into balance, whether it's self-care. Some kind of self-care is what I'm feeling and hearing. And then the next card is Shamuel, light green, happiness, vibrancy, energy, and hope. Notice how the little kids are dancing and stuff on there. And I think we had this card, a few weeks ago, but this to me feels like bringing out your inner child. He's got a cape on and he's got his, superhero outfit, and she's kind of, dancing and like having fun. So bring out your inner child, spend time with children, bring in more joy, fun wherever you can do that. Try not to take things too seriously right now. The other thing that I pulled, because I saw this on the bottom of the deck, and sometimes if I notice it or see it, it's relevant or important to the reading. And this is divine magic. There's a wishing well here, and there's all these things that are in the wishing well that you could wish for, and there's a rainbow. So there's some connection here with you making a wish, putting your wishes out into the universe. We have this full moon, so make your wishes now. All right, put it out to the universe, do your full moon ritual, whatever it is, but all you have to do is really have the intention of what it is that you want to manifest and create. And now's a great time to do that. All right, I love it. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please, send me comments, let me know how this resonates with you. And I'm sending so much love your way, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.